What's going on, guys? Today we are grading all of the NFL Draft Part 1 cards that are coming out today, or might even be out today while you're watching this. But yeah, it looks like a pretty solid drop. Some cool names, some good names. We'll talk about those cards in a second, but I'm most excited for that MUT Draft mode, and I will be live tonight grinding the MUT Draft mode 100%. Like Draft Champions getting an update for this promo. I've been asking for this for like 3 years, so I'm obviously very excited for that, but I'll be live tonight around 8 p.m. playing the draft mode all night, literally all night. I'll see you there. And yeah, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications. 63% of you guys who watch the videos are actually not subscribed, so most likely that's you right now. Head down there, hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications, and of course, let's just get started. Okay, so let's talk the lower overall cards here. We of course have 91s, and there is a NFL Draft strat card that'll give you +2 speed to all of your draft players. So a guy like Elijah Moore, you can potentially get him up to 97 speed if you have a full Jets team or a full Browns team, and then with the +2. So you're able to do things like that with the strat card. But in reality, a lot of these 93s are not great. Maybe Darnell Wright could be a good 95 because of his speed. And we all know that his blitz card was very fast. And with Steve Avila's blitz card and his weekly wild card, they kept the speed consistent. So I do hopefully expect to see that with Darnell Wright as well. Andrew Beck solid. Usually the offensive linemen in like special positions like fullback and like O-line, like usually they're pretty good, as they usually hit some good thresholds at this point in the year. But outside of that, nothing really moves me too much. For the 97s, we have Kwity Paye. Kwity Paye is our first one here. 94 acceleration, 95 strength, 93 speed, 6'2", 261. He should be pretty solid. Nothing crazy. You probably won't see him outside of a Colts team, or really, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people probably have their pass rushers completely figured out as far as X factors and abilities go. So using a guy with no abilities or no discount abilities doesn't make much sense to me. So Kwity Paye, he's probably like a C card, honestly. Probably like a C. BJ Ojulari, he's pretty fast. Not the strongest, not the greatest against the run, but the speed is what you're looking for on this card. Obviously, good finesse moves. I probably would give BJ Ojulari C+, probably C+ for BJ. He'll be solid. Maybe I'll just give him a C. I'll give him the same as Kwity. They're kind of different. One's a little stronger. One's got a little more speed and finesse in his game. I'll probably go with that. We then got Marcus Mariota, where if this card was actually like, if he was a champion, he would have been a very good card. Mariota cards always play crazy. His size, his speed, his ability to run the ball. Look at these stats on his 97. Unfortunately, though, no discounted ability, so Mariota is also going to be like a C to C+ level card. Could be a fun card to use if you have like a pocket QB and you want like a runner as your backup. That could maybe work, but potentially a 96 speed Mariota and all you need is the strat card is pretty glitchy. Jerry Jeudy, this card I'm going to give him a C+. C+ to B- somewhere in there, because he is able to get 99 speed while using the strat card, which is obviously very good. At 6'1", good route runner. Again, the only problem is no abilities on Jerry. And the same thing will go for Martin Emerson as well. But let's talk Emmanuel Forbes first. This card cannot get 99 speed only using the strat card, but he is 6 foot. Can play man, can play zone. Unfortunately, though, again, no discounted abilities. For Emerson, it's the same thing. 6'2". He's actually better. He's better than Forbes. So Martin Emerson's like a easy B- card for 97 with no abilities. It's pretty tough. We have Ikem Okonkwo. That's not how you say his name. I'm very aware I botched that one. I'm not going to try again. But over 90 in all pass blocking stats, but again, no discount ability, so that's not bad for Icky. James Cook gets another upgrade from his playoff card. 97 speed, again, he probably will get jukebox of some form. So, even if you got to pay for jukebox, if you are just like getting started or something like that, and you get this card for free or whatever the case is, James Cook with 99 speed on any team with jukebox, he'll probably be pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, that's solid enough. For your welcome pack player, we have Tyler Lockett. So, in order to upgrade Tyler Lockett, it's going to be 2 tokens from the field pass, 2 tokens from solos. So, that doesn't seem too hard. For his abilities, though, he does get grab and go, deep elite for 1, slot-o-matic for 1. So, you're going to notice the common theme on these draft players is that the abilities aren't really special. You're going to get 2 of the same buckets for the last 2 slots, spots 4 and 5, or 5 and 6, sorry. So they're not like, the abilities aren't great on these cards. There's no special X factors in here. I'm just really excited, honestly, for the draft mode. Like I mentioned in the intro, I think that's going to be a lot of fun. But, just playing the game differently for the first time this whole year is going to be fun. But Tyler Lockett, as far as what grade I would give him, he's 5'10". Man's got 98 speed. He's pretty solid. I think he's probably a B+ level card. The abilities aren't great. Like deep in elite on a Tyler Lockett, I don't know. Grab and go on next gen doesn't really work, and Slot-O-Matic is pretty solid, I guess. So I'll give him a B+ for Tyler Lockett. Not a great free card in my opinion, but it is what it is. Next up, we have another wide receiver, and that's going to be Garrett Wilson. I, of course, love to see this card. This card brings a smile to my face as he's going to get mentioned right here. Beautiful. Third down threat, deep out elite, and route tech in tiers 5 and 6. I actually did have this written down somewhere. I should probably pull that up. But Garrett Wilson, he's 6 foot. He's not going to play like anything special. You know what I mean? This is not going to be a top, a top 10 card in the game or anything like that. He's not like a special wide receiver. If you have a Jets team, if you like Garrett Wilson, run him. He'll play solid enough. I would love to have seen like a jukebox. I feel like Garrett Wilson deserves a jukebox. If you ever watch this dude play, he's one of the shiftiest wideouts, probably one of the most underrated after the catch wideouts in the league, in my opinion. But Garrett Wilson, he'll be okay. He'll be okay. I think I'm gonna honestly, I'll probably give this card. I'll give him an A. I'll give it Garrett Wilson an A, as he's kind of that tier below the A+ in my opinion. We'll finish with the LTDs. Let's go Greg Rousseau here. Greg Rousseau, let me pull up my notes page real quick. I have all this written down somewhere. Gregory Rousseau is going to get instant rebate for 0, El Toro for 1, and no outsiders for 1. So not a great stack. Actually, I have this too. I can look at all the abilities here, I would imagine, right? Yep, I can just do that. That's much easier. So Greg Rousseau, where are we at? Greg Rousseau, yep, instant rebate, El Toro, no outsiders. I was right. But stats are pretty good. If you remember back to the Groot AKA card last year, I mean, he doesn't get unstoppable force like he had. You know what I mean? But he'll be pretty good against the run. Solid, like decent, like 91 strength, 91 blocks. At least he's over 90 both ways there. Good power, good finesse. He'll be a solid card. And the abilities just aren't great on this card, so I probably gotta give him an A- or to an A for that reason, because like instant rebate, El Toro, no outsiders. It's not great, right? It's not. It's really not. Next up is Jake Ferguson. This guy's helping me out today here. Mid-in for 0, route tech for 1, deep elite for 1, although it is right here again. Wait, I'm keep losing it. Oh, I gotta go back. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, mid-in, route tech, deep elite. 6'5". If you have the draft strat card, that's 99 speed on any team with pretty mid abilities, honestly. And then run blocking wise, he's nothing really too special. Ferguson to me is like a solid A- card. He's a clean A-. Clean A- for Jake Ferguson. He'll be okay. He'll be okay. He'll be okay. Again, like the abilities just don't move me too much. Even like Kirby Joseph, pick artist, deep out zone, flat zone. Like we've been getting deep zone KOs for like months. It feels like months at this point. But Kirby does not get that for some reason. They want to give him deep out and kind of force your hand to play him on the outside. But hit power is quite low. He's 6'1". Good pursuit, good speed, good tackling, good man, good zone. Kirby Joseph should play pretty well. I think he's an example of an A level card, good height. His one hole would be the hit power and also the lack of like a deep zone or even a mid zone. In my opinion, I would rather have that. Next up, who are we talking about? Yeah, we had Tyler Linderbaum. These abilities aren't great. Like, look, if you compare it to the other offensive linemen that we've seen for a minute, I mean, linchpin solid, secures 1 AP identifier. Like there are some stacks. Like if I were to pick this card up, I would probably go with linchpin, secure protector. Like identifier secure for 2 AP on an offensive line is a little crazy when you only have so much AP to work with, but very good stats. Linderbaum normally is pretty quick. Normally he is. I hope he is again this year, but Linderbaum will give him an A too. We're gonna give him an A as well. And finally, we have Jalen Ramsey, right? That's our final one here. Jalen Ramsey, and if you play zone coverage, who cares, okay? Like, literally, who cares? The man gets pick artist, bench press, and deep route KO. Yeah, not great. So, there's actually 2 man-to-man corners in this promo and no zone corners in this drop at all. But, obviously, it's Jalen Ramsey. He's got great stats. He's great. If you play man, even if you play man, I don't love this. Like, I don't love the ability. Like, I'm not... only like a deep route with a pick artist. I don't even love that, because you really just can't play man anymore. You got to mix in zone too. So if I'm gonna have a man guy, I would rather have like a guy that like Denzel Ward. He's able to get zone KOs and man KOs. I like that, but Ramsey's very exclusive here, so I'm gonna give Ramsey like a low A, like leaning A-. Honestly, like if you play man, it's great. If you play zone, this card might as well just be not even in the game pretty much, which is tough for a Jalen Ramsey card who normally goes crazy. You know what I mean? Normally does go crazy. So. As far as these champions go, no A+ in the champions definitely hurts, but maybe the LTDs will fix that for us. Getting started with Todd Gurley. People are not gonna love this, but I mean, it is Todd Gurley. He probably will be the one I do a video on today. He probably will be. I'll probably do a video with Todd Gurley, but don't be moved by this card. Like if his price is ridiculous, don't buy him. Simple. I mean, yeah, this guy's also spitting right here. Eric Dickerson's already in the game. Who cares about Todd Gurley, who's only going to get, Rams, Falcons, Chems. But he's already behind the ball because the card doesn't get X factors. And X factors at running back are the X factors at running back are the most important. Why did I say position? I don't know why I said that, but yeah, jukebox for 0, bruiser for 1, short in. Jukebox and bruiser is a cool little stack, but it's not going to compare to the broken tackles you're going to get with Freight Train or Angry Runs or, you know what I'm trying to say. So, Todd Gurley, I'm going to give this card an A-. I don't think he's going to play great. I didn't like his previous Team Diamond card either. But just compared to guys like Bo and Dickerson, he might move kind of like them. That's possible, but he's not going to have that extra little gimmick to his game that, of course, Eric Dickerson and Bo Jackson have. He'll be solid. I'm going to give him an A-. Next up, Ryan Shazier. They kind of sold with this card because he could have had Lurk Artist mid-zone for even 1 would have been fine, but they gave him deep zone instead. Like, who is doing deep zone with their user? I don't know what the vision was there. But Lurk Artist, Enforcer, would have rather seen a secure tackler. It makes you kind of feel like they're out of touch a little bit, but whatever. Ryan Shazier, but 98 speed, 6'1". He's going to move great. He's going to be a good user, but again, at the end of the year, you're looking for those perfect cards. Is this card perfect? No. Could he have been? Absolutely. As an LTD, there wouldn't have been no excuse for, there would have been no reason for EA not to do this. No one would have complained about Shazier being too perfect, but it is what it is. At least he gets Lurk Artist for 0, and I would probably just run Lurk Artist, honestly. Like, Enforcer's not worth it to me. If it was Enforcer Supreme or Tackle Supreme or you secure tackler, yeah, sure, that would be different. But I'm going to give Shazier a card that I think could have been an A+ card, like a perfect card. I have to give an A. I have to give him an A, unfortunately. I really do. Next up is Champ Bailey. Pick artist for 0, inside shade for 1, and medium route for 1. I think medium route's the worst of all of the man KOs, in my opinion. I've been running man this whole year. I've noticed short is better because when you get pressure, the short route is the one they look for. And then deep route, obviously, for those deep bombs, you have unlimited distance to get those KOs. Mid zone or mid route is so thin, like it's like a 10 yard, it feels like. Radius on the field, and not even sometimes corner routes get medium route KO'd on. But pick artist, inside shade. Sure, man. Champ Bailey, his stats are great. Like base 99 speed, base 99 acceleration. If you play man, or you're loving it right now. But the lack of those zone KOs just hurts this card. And I think for LTDs, they should have given them an extra little gimmick. Whether it was an X factor, whether it was an extra bucket, or something like that. I feel like the LTD should have been special, or at least a little bit different than the champions in some way, because nothing really separates the champions from the LTDs in this promo, and I feel like normally there is at least something that separates them, but it's not even overall anymore. You know what I mean? Like, they gotta think of something else. It's not even that. And for our final card, we got Larry Fitzgerald. 6'3", 218. I think this is probably the best card that is coming out. But I think he's still an A. I don't think he's anything special compared to the other wideouts we have in the game right now. Larry's going to move great. He's going to play great. He's going to be a solid run blocker. Going to be great after the catch. He gets route tech, gets matchup nightmare, gets third down threat for free, which is I don't really love that ability too much, but I'll probably run it on my Garrett Wilson when I get him. But Larry Fitzgerald, I'll give him an A. I think it'll be a good card, though. Don't get me wrong. But we're at the end game. You're looking for these perfect cards, and I don't think any of these cards' abilities are like perfect. Like, I just don't see it. I don't think they are. Again, I'm more excited for the head-to-head draft event, which looks like it'll be a lot of fun. If you, what does it say? Including a 99 overall draft night player. Yeah, so if you win 5 games in a row 5 times, you're able to get a 99 overall player. I believe is how it works. But I'm just excited to grind it again. I'll be live tonight. We're obviously going to be trying out some of the new cards in the draft mode. It should be a fun time. I'm definitely excited. So your link in the description. As far as this promo goes, I would probably give it, I gotta give it, like, as far as all the promos in the game, it's probably like a B. Like, compared to the other cards in the game that we've already seen, if this was pre-Ring of Honor, I might view it differently. I think it's like a B+ B promo. I really do. Obviously, we have part 2 coming out next week, which should be a lot better with the actual draft picks. I'm excited to see Caleb Williams, all those guys in game. But of course, as always, I'll see you boys in the next one. Thank you for watching today's video, and have a great rest of your day.